take a gentle breath. Right here, in this very moment, you are being offered something sacred, a new beginning. No matter what has happened before, no matter how long you've struggled, no matter how many times you've tried and fallen, you are not broken. You are becoming. You are growing. You are healing. This moment is your turning point. So many of us carry the silent burden of believing that healing requires effort, punishment, or pushing. We try harder, criticize louder, and wear shame like armor. But the truth is much simpler and far more loving. Healing begins with willingness, the gentle opening of the heart to the possibility of change. You do not need to fix yourself. You only need to listen to yourself with love. Every thought you think creates your tomorrow, not in the sense of blame, but in the miraculous power of choice. Your thoughts are not fixed, your beliefs are not permanent, and your story is not over. With every breath, you are given the opportunity to begin again. We were not taught this. Many of us grew up believing that our value had to be earned, that our worth was conditional, that pain was punishment. But none of that is true. Louise Hay taught us a different path, that life does not punish, it reflects. And when our thoughts become more loving, so does our reality. Illness is not failure. Pain is not your enemy. These are simply messengers, signals from the body and soul saying, there is more love available. Will you let it in? Your symptoms are not sentences. They are invitations to come home to yourself. And this journey, it begins now not with a dramatic gesture or flawless plan, but with a single sacred decision. I am willing. That willingness is a crack in the armor. It lets light in. And light, dear one, is where all healing begins. This essay will guide you step by step into the truth that you are already enough, already powerful, and already deeply supported by life itself. You will learn how to shift your thoughts gently, how to speak to yourself with kindness, how to release guilt, embrace forgiveness, and open your arms to joy. You don't need to rush. You don't need to get it perfect. You simply need to stay open and keep returning to the practice of loving awareness. Let's begin together. Whisper this to yourself right now. I am willing to change. Feel how something in you softens, how the door opens just a little wider. This is how transformation begins. What if the most powerful form of healing doesn't begin in a hospital or with a prescription, but in the quiet space between your thoughts? Each thought you think is shaping your life, not just the loud ones, but the quiet, repetitive whispers that often go unnoticed. Thoughts like, I always struggle, or I'm not good enough, settle into the subconscious like seeds, and before long, they blossom into experiences that mirror those beliefs. You are not wrong for having these thoughts. You were likely taught them when you were too young to question them. But now, with awareness, you are invited into a new truth. You can choose again. The mind is creative. It is the first painter, the quiet sculptor, the invisible composer of your reality. When you begin to shift the way you think, you shift everything that follows. You shift your body, your emotions, your relationships, your energy. You shift what life brings to you, not because the world outside has changed, but because you've changed the lens through which you see it. Dis-ease, as Louise Hay often said, is not simply a physical condition. It begins as a lack of ease in the mind, a disconnect from love, a belief that we are separate from our good. But you are not separate. You are not broken. You are not being punished. You are learning. You are awakening. And healing begins the very moment you say to yourself, I am willing to see this differently. Imagine what might happen if you spoke to yourself as kindly as you would speak to a beloved friend. What if, instead of repeating old doubts and worries, you affirmed new truths? I am learning to trust myself. I am safe. I am enough. Your body hears every word. It responds not only to what you eat and how you move, but to what you believe and how you speak. The cells in your body are listening. They contract in response to criticism, and they open in response to love. You don't have to wait until everything is perfect before you speak gently to yourself. In fact, loving thoughts are the very medicine your body has been waiting for. Even pain, emotional or physical, is not your enemy. It is a messenger. It arrives to tell you where you are holding too tightly to fear, to guilt, to past patterns. When you listen to it with love, you begin to understand this is not something to be ashamed of. It is something to bring your presence to, something to love into healing. You are never stuck. You are never too late. And it is never too dark to turn toward the light. So today, begin by noticing your thoughts, not with judgment, but with curiosity. Ask yourself, is this thought helping me heal or keeping me afraid? Is this a belief I want to water, or is it time to plant something new? And remember, the smallest shift in thinking can open the greatest door from I can't to I'm learning, from it's too hard to I'm willing to try, from I'm alone to life supports me in every possible. You are not a victim of your thoughts. You are their creator. And today, with love and compassion, you begin again. I choose thoughts that nourish and heal me. I trust the wisdom within me. My mind and body work together in harmony, and I am safe. Let every breath today carry one new thought, a thought that brings peace, joy, and healing into every corner of your life. The body is not a problem to be fixed. It is a sacred mirror, faithfully reflecting every belief, every thought, every emotion you carry within. When something in the body feels off, a pain, a stiffness, a recurring symptom. It is not an enemy. It is a message. It is your inner wisdom speaking to you in the only way it knows how. And when we learn to listen with love instead of fear, the body becomes our greatest teacher. For years, many of us were taught to silence, ignore, or push through what we felt. We were told that pain was weakness, that illness was failure, that symptoms were things to fight. But your body does not wage war against you. It calls for your attention. It asks for your love. It whispers what your mind may be too busy to hear. Something needs care. Something needs compassion. Every cell in your body is listening to you. Your liver, your lungs, your heart, your skin, they all respond not only to food and medicine, but to thought and emotion. When you think, "I hate my body," it hears that. When you say, "I am too much," or "I am not enough," it feels that. And when you begin to say, "I love and approve of myself exactly as I am," healing begins in the deepest places. A scowl is more than an expression. It is years of criticism etched into muscle. Stiff shoulders carry burdens that were never yours. A clenched jaw holds back words you were afraid to speak. And yet, with one gentle breath, with one kind word, the body begins to soften. You begin to soften. Life flows more freely. Pain can begin to release. Energy can return. There is no shame in what your body is holding. It has carried you through every chapter of your life. It has witnessed every heartbreak, every moment of joy, every fear, every triumph. It remembers what you've forgotten, and now it asks, can we begin again, but this time with love? Instead of judging a symptom, say, "Thank you for this message. I am listening now." Instead of punishing your body for its signals, ask, "What is this trying to teach me? What thought have I been believing that no longer serves me?" You may be surprised how quickly things begin to shift when you change the energy of your inner conversation. Tell your body, "You are safe with me." Whisper, "I am grateful for everything you do." Say out loud, "Healing is happening now." Your body does not demand perfection. It simply wants partnership. When you treat your body as an ally instead of an obstacle, a new relationship blooms. One of respect, one of kindness, one of healing. You are not broken. You are awakening. You are not being punished. You are being invited into awareness. You are not weak. You are wise enough to listen now. Close your eyes. Feel your breath. Place your hand on your heart or your belly. Say softly, "I am grateful for this body. I am willing to listen with love." And healing energy flows through you with every breath. Peace begins in the space where judgment ends. And no matter what has happened before, no matter how long you've been ignoring the messages today, In this moment, you can choose to begin again. Let your body know, I am here. I am listening. I am ready to heal. There is a moment in each healing journey when we realize we cannot carry the past and embrace the future at the same time. What happened yesterday is no longer happening yet when we hold on to pain, resentment, or guilt. It continues to live in us as if it never ended. Every time we replay a hurtful memory, the body tenses, the heart contracts, the mind tightens around a story that no longer needs to be lived. Forgiveness is not about saying that what happened was right. It is about saying, I no longer choose to suffer because of it. This is the moment where true healing begins. Many people misunderstand forgiveness. They believe it means condoning harmful behavior or excusing pain. But forgiveness is never about the other person. It is not about forgetting. It is about freeing. You forgive not because someone else deserves it, but because you deserve peace. Resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to suffer. It builds within, creating tension in the body, conflict in the heart, and fatigue in the soul. The longer it is carried, the heavier it becomes. But right now, you can choose to lay it down. Even if you're not sure how to fully forgive, begin with this willingness. I am willing to forgive. That phrase opens the door. The universe will meet your willingness with insight, grace, and support. You don't have to do it all at once. Start small. Begin by breathing into the space that still feels tight and say gently, I am willing to let this go. And remember, everyone does the best they can with the understanding, awareness, and tools they have at the time. That includes the people who hurt you. That includes your parents. That includes yourself. Some of the people who caused pain were themselves in deep pain. Many had no idea how to love because they had never been loved gently themselves. While this does not excuse harmful actions, it helps you step out of the cycle of blame and into the flow of compassion. And perhaps, most importantly, forgive yourself for what you didn't know, for how long you carried the weight, for the ways you survived when you didn't know how to thrive. You were doing your best, and now you are awakening to something more. Say softly, I forgive myself. I set myself free. Take a deep breath. Imagine holding a memory, one that still stings in your hands. Now place it into a soft golden light. Watch that light surround it with love. Watch it transform, lighten, dissolve. Feel yourself becoming lighter with it. The memory may still exist, but the pain begins to fade. In its place, peace. You are not bound by your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not the hurt that others caused. You are a radiant being, capable of immense healing. Affirm to yourself, I release the past and move into freedom. I forgive myself and others with ease. Love dissolves resentment and sets me free. And let these words echo inside you like gentle bells. Each breath you take without resentment is an act of liberation. Each moment you choose love over anger, you choose life over limitation. Forgiveness is not forgetting. It is remembering who you really are beyond the story. Take one more breath and whisper, I am willing to forgive. Feel how even those simple words shift something deep within. That is your gateway to freedom, and you are walking through it now. There is no healing more powerful than the healing that begins with self-love. Most of us were not taught how to love ourselves. Instead, we were taught to strive, to compare, to criticize, to do better. Somewhere along the way, we began to believe that we were only worthy if we performed, achieved, or pleased others. And so many of us quietly carry the ache of, I'm not good enough. But the truth is, you were always enough. From the moment you took your first breath, you were worthy of love, kindness, and joy. And today, you can return to that truth. Healing does not begin with punishment. It begins with approval. The most transformational words you will ever speak are these: I love and approve of myself. At first, they may feel strange, even uncomfortable. That's okay. We are not used to hearing kindness from within. But just as the body softens when touched gently, the heart begins to open when spoken to with love. Self-approval is not arrogance or ego. It is a gentle, grounded, knowing that you are lovable simply because you exist. If you've spent years criticizing yourself, judging your reflection, replaying every perceived mistake, ask yourself, has it worked? Has that inner critic ever created peace? Now, try something different. Stand before a mirror, look into your eyes, not with judgment, but with tenderness. Say, I love you. I approve of you. I am proud of you. Even if tears come, even if your voice shakes, especially then, because that's when healing happens. Every cell in your body listens when you speak to yourself. Your heart responds. Your nervous system relaxes. Your energy begins to shift. When you treat yourself with the kindness you wish others would give you, you begin to rewire your entire world. Relationships begin to change. People reflect the love you've begun to embody. Health improves because the body thrives in loving energy. Even prosperity flows more freely because you are no longer blocking it with beliefs of unworthiness. Let go of the I should have statements that create shame. Replace them with I could choose differently next time. Choose curiosity instead of condemnation, compassion instead of control. You're learning, you're growing, you're doing beautifully. Every time you say, I approve of myself, you plant a seed. That seed grows into strength, into confidence, into self-respect. Try saying it now. I love and approve of myself exactly as I am. I am deserving of love, health, and happiness. I treat myself with the kindness I wish to receive. Let those words wrap around you like a warm embrace. Let them echo inside like a lullaby you never knew you needed. You don't need to earn your worth. You don't need to prove your value. You already are enough. Louise used to say, "You've been criticizing yourself for years, and it hasn't worked. Try approving of yourself and see what happens." She was right, because when you begin to approve of yourself truly, deeply, consistently, the world begins to mirror that love back to you. Opportunities arise, support appears, healing deepens, joy expands. And it all begins with the choice to love yourself today. Not once you've achieved more, not when others validate you, but now, right here, just as you are. Look in the mirror, smile gently and whisper, "I love you. I really, really love you." This is where your transformation begins. Every belief we hold is a story we've repeated until it became our truth. But what if some of the stories we've been telling ourselves, stories like, "I'm not good enough. I always mess things up. I don't deserve love," were never really ours to begin with. Most of our limiting beliefs were inherited, passed down from people who were themselves hurting. Caregivers, teachers, or early influences may have acted from fear, pain, or misunderstanding. And in our innocence, we absorbed their words and behaviors as facts about who we are. But today, you can choose differently. You are not a child anymore. You have the power now. And with awareness, you can gently begin to rewrite the inner script that has shaped your life. Healing begins with noticing. Begin by simply observing the thoughts that run through your mind. I should be farther along. I always get this wrong. What's wrong with me? When you hear them, don't judge, just notice. These thoughts are not your enemy. They are echoes of the past, not declarations of the future. And when you notice them, you get to choose. Do you want to keep believing them? Or are you ready to plant new ones? Louise often said, "It's only a thought, and a thought can be changed." Such simple words, yet so profoundly freeing. When we release guilt and self-judgment, we open the door to personal liberation. There is no need to punish yourself for not knowing what you didn't yet know. Guilt does not make you more worthy. Shame does not make you more lovable. Love is the only true healer. Begin replacing harsh inner dialogue with words of compassion. Instead of, "I should have done better," say, "I did my best with what I knew then." Instead of, "I'm so stupid," say, "I am learning and I celebrate my growth." Instead of, "I'm not enough," say, "I am whole and I am becoming." Let should become could. Let pressure become possibility. Every time you change the language, you change the energy, and energy shapes experience. Speak gently to yourself. Your mind is listening. Your cells are listening. Your heart is listening. Say aloud, I choose thoughts that support and empower me. I release the need for guilt or shame. I now think and speak with love. These are not just affirmations. They are seeds, and every day you water them with repetition and belief, they take root and grow. Slowly but surely, they transform how you see yourself, how you feel, and what you allow into your life. Imagine for a moment your thoughts as clouds in the sky. Some are dark with old beliefs. I'll never change. This is just who I am. But now, as you breathe, you notice those clouds beginning to drift. They don't hold you. They don't define you. And now, glowing clouds of light begin to appear, new thoughts, true thoughts. I am healing. I am allowed to be kind to myself. I am rewriting my story with love. These are the clouds you choose now. These are the ones you invite to stay. Transformation is not about forcing change. It is about gently, lovingly choosing again, thought by thought, moment by moment. You are not broken. You are blooming. Let every word you speak become a prayer for your wholeness. Let every thought you think be a reflection of the love you are learning to give yourself. This is how your life begins to transform, not through perfection, but through presence. And with every new thought of love, you build a foundation of self-respect, inner peace, and joyful possibility. You are allowed to think new thoughts. You are allowed to believe beautiful things about yourself. You are allowed to be free. Each moment is a new doorway, a new chance to step out of fear and into love, a new breath, a new choice, a new thought. Healing is not something far away. It isn't something you have to work hard to earn. It is already here, waiting in the stillness, in the willingness, in your gentle yes to love. Right now, you can choose again. You can choose a thought that brings peace instead of panic, a thought that brings compassion instead of criticism, a thought that opens the door to health, joy, and freedom. You do not have to be perfect to begin. Healing is not a prize for the flawless. It is a birthright for the willing. When you say, I trust the process of life, you are choosing to relax into the loving flow of the universe. You are surrendering control, not out of weakness, but out of deep wisdom. Life knows how to heal. Life knows how to balance. Life knows how to bless, and it knows how to bless you. Each loving thought you think strengthens your immune system. Each peaceful thought soothes your nervous system. Each forgiving thought clears the path for miracles. You are not just a body, you are energy, emotion, intention, and your thoughts are powerful tools that shape every cell, every outcome, every moment. Try this. Take a breath and silently affirm, I am free to create a life filled with joy and health. Feel what shifts inside you. The muscles soften, the heart opens, the mind begins to believe. You don't have to fix it all today. You don't have to know how. Everything will unfold. All you need is this moment and a willingness to choose differently. Let yourself off the hook. Let go of the idea that healing must be fast or visible or dramatic. Healing often arrives quietly, like sunlight warming a cold room. You may not notice the change right away, but it's there slowly, steadily reshaping your life. You can choose again, right now. You can choose to speak kindly to yourself. You can choose to notice one good thing instead of 10 bad. You can choose to say, I trust that I am being guided. You can say, I don't know how, but I know I'm healing. This is the sacred practice of healing, not perfection, but presence. Let's say it together. My thoughts are creative, and I choose happiness now. You are not powerless. You are not stuck. You are not alone. Imagine this now. A soft, golden light surrounds you, moving gently through every cell of your body. It wraps you in warmth and safety. Your shoulders drop, your brow softens. A small, peaceful smile rises on your face. This is your truth. I am healed. I am loved. I am free. You are allowed to believe that things are working out for you. You are allowed to believe that love is guiding your next step. You are allowed to wake up each morning and say, something good is going to happen today. Remember, every new thought is a seed. You are the gardener, and every day you get to choose what you plant. Plant peace, plant joy, plant self-love, plant forgiveness, plant trust. And know this, your new garden is already beginning to bloom, because healing doesn't require your perfection. It only asks for your presence, and your presence, filled with love, is more than enough. You are free. As this journey draws to a close, let us remember healing is not a final destination. It is not something you reach and complete. It is a loving, daily unfolding, a rhythm, a return, a soft yes you say to yourself each morning, each breath, each time you choose love over fear. You are already living the transformed life, not because you have it all figured out, but because you are willing to release, willing to forgive, willing to see yourself through new loving eyes. This willingness is your superpower. Healing doesn't require a perfect past or a flawless future. It only asks for presence and a little trust. Each time you approve of yourself, each time you pause to say thank you, you deepen the roots of transformation. Let this be your truth. You are not broken. You are blooming. And like any garden, the flowers of your life grow from the seeds you plant daily. With every thought, you cast a seed into the fertile soil of your mind. Will you plant criticism or compassion, doubt or trust, resistance or peace? You get to choose again and again and again. You already have everything you need within you. The peace you seek, the love you long for, the clarity you crave, it all begins with you, with your willingness to soften, to release, to breathe, to speak words of truth, healing, and light. You are not waiting on healing to find you. You are the healing. Let this be the rhythm of your day. Today, I choose peace. I approve of myself. All is well in my world. Each phrase is a gift. Each word is a ripple. Each loving thought transforms not only your life, but the world around you. Imagine this. You step into your day gently. The sun greets your skin. Your heart feels open, light, and safe. Every moment is a chance to return to love. Every interaction, a space to offer kindness. Every challenge, a doorway to grace. Your presence is the medicine. Your peace is the power. Your love is the change. And so I leave you with this blessing. The universe always says yes. Speak words of love and watch your life blossom. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not alone. You are perfectly on time for the life that is unfolding just for you. If these words touched your heart, share them with someone who needs healing today. Speak gently, walk softly, shine brightly, and finally, let this be your anchor, whispered aloud, typed, or silently repeated as you carry it forward into your day. I am willing to change. Because the moment you say that, the universe listens and begins to rearrange everything in your favor. You are loved, you are supported, you are transforming beautifully, completely, and in perfect time. All is well in your world.